On the banks of the Rhine, traditions shaped not only the landscape, but entire professions. In this region, wine was once moved by hand, barrel by barrel, a labor that has now vanished from memory. Uncovered Past explores the forgotten craft of the Weinschröter. The vineyards of Nieder and Oberdollendorf once covered large areas along the Rhine. But disease, industrialization, and urban growth steadily reduced wine production. By the mid-20th century, only a fraction of the original vineyards remained. As winemaking declined, many specialized professions disappeared. One of them was the Weinschröter, responsible for transporting heavy wine barrels between ships, cellars, and courtyards. This craft had existed since the Middle Ages and was once organized in guilds and brotherhoods. Before a barrel could be moved, it was cleaned externally using water from the stitza, a vessel still found in wine cellars today. The workers also had basic coopering skills, needed when iron hoops loosened during transport. Using specialized tools, these rings were reset and secured by hand. In the cellar, barrels rested on concrete supports and were wedged with wooden blocks to prevent rolling. Each barrel could hold up to 1,000 liters and weighed up to 200 kilograms when empty. Moving them required hooks, ropes, lifting beams, and the specially designed Schrottleiter. To move barrels out of the cellar, the Schroter relied on the Schrottleiter, a heavy wooden ladder used as a sliding rail. To reduce friction and slow wear, it was treated with tallow, soft soap, or simply water. Hauling a barrel up the steep and narrow cellar stairs was among the most physically demanding tasks, requiring precise teamwork and strength. As barrels were dragged and pulled, iron hoops could loosen due to stress and vibration. The Schroter repaired these immediately, often while the barrel was still in motion. Beyond their agreed wages, they received a measure of wine known as Schrottwein, serving both as compensation and brief relief during exhausting labor. Once the barrel reached the courtyard, it was lifted onto a wagon and disinfected using burning sulfur strips. This process, known as sulfurizing, killed bacteria and fungi inside the barrel. Afterward, the barrel was sealed tightly to contain the gases and prepare it for refilling. Using hoses and a manual pump, wine was transferred from cellar barrels into the prepared transport barrel. The process demanded speed and precision to prevent spills and limit air exposure. With the rise of steel tanks, electric pumps, and modern transport vehicles, professions like the Weinschröter became obsolete, their work fading quietly into history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the vanished craft of the Weinschröter, make sure to subscribe to Uncovered Past and share with fellow history lovers. Stay tuned for more hidden stories from the past.